All right, stay tuned to this video. By the end, you're gonna hear the best kept secret in dog bite, dog attack cases. All right, you're out in public or you're in a friend's home or whatever, and you're bit or attacked by a dog. All right, here's what you need to know. The fact of the matter is, every single dog is supposed to be on file with the local town or city clerk's office. They usually have vital records at that office about the dog's breed, the dog's name, the dog's size, the dog owner, vaccinations, that's other things that are required town to town in Massachusetts about the person whose dog attacked you, okay? So that's relevant information for every dog bite. But right when it happens, what do you need to know, okay? The first thing you should do is take out your evidence collecting device, otherwise known as a cell phone, and take a picture of the dog. You're gonna wanna find out the name of the dog as well, because those are vital pieces of information to pursue the claim later. A lot of people don't wanna pursue a personal injury case because of a dog bite for a few reasons. One, they don't understand that it's an insurance claim, okay? Very often anyway, more often than not, a dog owner has an insurance policy that will cover you for your injuries, your medical bills, your lost wages, your scarring, whatever injuries you have from the dog attack, all right? This is how it works. Most or all mortgage companies that I'm aware of require that the homeowner also carry an insurance policy on the home. We call it homeowners insurance. And there's all different kinds of coverage on homeowners insurance policies, including liability coverage for the owner and the occupants of the home. So if you or your family that lives in the home owns a dog and the dog attacks somebody and injures somebody, there's coverage for that on the homeowner's policy. So when you pursue a claim, you're not taking money out of that dog owner's pocket. That's just not how it works, okay? Very often that is the case. That's also sometimes, if not most of the time, true with someone who rents an apartment and owns a dog, because a lot of people who do that have renter's insurance, and renter's insurance also has liability coverage for the owner and the occupants of the dwelling, the apartment, the condo, whatever they're renting. So you can, more often than not in Massachusetts, pursue a dog bite claim for an injury against an insurance policy. Who doesn't love taking money from a massive corporation and giving it to a regular person? I know I do, right? So why hesitate? Go bring that claim. Make that you were injured, you have scars, your body may be disfigured. Why worry about who's gonna pay for that when it's most likely an insurance company, okay? We pay premiums to insurance companies all over our lives all the time. What's the harm in getting some money back? None. Do it. Don't hesitate. Call me. I love doing it. All right? So, dog bites you. Take a picture of the dog. Take a picture of your wounds. Make sure you get information from the owner. Where do they live? Take a picture of their license. Write down their name, their address, their phone number, something. Get information from the owner. Go to the doctor, okay? Everyone thinks they can just treat a blood wound, a flesh wound, or whatever they want to call it. You never know what the vaccination status is of that dog. There may be danger of things like rabies and other things. If you go to the ER with that vaccination information from the owner because you asked for it at the scene, then you'll be fine. They'll patch you up and you should be on your way. If you don't try to get that information at the scene, very often, the ER, they may very well give you a series of shots, very uncomfortable, that protect you from some animal-borne illness. Very scary stuff, but it's something that they have to do at the hospital or the urgent care facility. So, take a picture of the dog. Get the dog's name, breed, the owner's information. Take a picture of your wounds. Get to the doctor. Make sure you gather any witness information at the scene. Those are very important things in any personal injury case. There's also likely surveillance footage if you're out there in public. Take note of any businesses around you that might have a surveillance camera or home that might have a Ring camera. Or if you're in someone's home and there isn't such, there's probably witnesses. Take information from those people. Now, you've done all that information, you've protected all of your rights by gathering all of your evidence on your evidence collecting device. You've gone and you've gotten medical treatment. What do you do next? Call me. Okay, call me. There's more work to do. You got to put the insurance company on notice, the homeowners or the renter's insurance company on notice. You have to request information from the city or town clerk's office on the vital records. okay? And fun fact, just because you do these things does not mean that the dog is going to be put down. A lot of people who get bit by a dog and love dogs are afraid to bring a claim against an insurance company because that might mean the dog gets put down. But I have news, folks. One has nothing to do with the other. If the police and the animal control officers are involved in the incident, that is a complication of what may occur, but not always. It depends on the locality, it depends on municipality and their rules. Some have dog dangerousness hearings to determine whether the dog is a danger to society. Some have a strike, 1 strike, 2 strike, 3 strike rule before they muzzle the dog or put the dog down. But this only occurs if the authorities are involved. And sometimes they are, and sometimes they are not. If they are not, in all likelihood, that dog's not going to get put down or affected in any way, shape, or form. Although, frankly, you might want the dog to be trained or muzzled or some other thing, so call the authorities. That's my advice. Separately, insurance companies have done a fantastic job of convincing people that bringing a personal injury claim means that the dog gets put down, or bringing a personal injury claim means that the driver's insurance premium are going to go up. Those two things are not directly connected. Okay? Those things can happen. A dog can get put down whether you bring an insurance claim or not. Insurance premiums on a car insurance policy can go up whether you bring a car insurance claim or not. One has nothing to do with the other. So don't buy into the insurance company farce that those are connected. They do that on purpose to try to preclude you from affecting their bottom line because they don't care about people. All they care about is money. They got shareholders to please. They care about the bottom line. That's how they build their ivory towers in major municipalities all over the country. Okay? Protect your rights, not the insurance company's rights. Do it for you, do it for your family. All right, so now you've got bit by a dog or attacked by a dog. You got all your evidence. You got your medical treatment. You've called the lawyer. Here's the interesting thing that I told you about at the beginning of the video. In Massachusetts, if a dog bites you or attacks you, as long as you're not teasing, tormenting, or abusing that dog, and as long as you're not trespassing on the property, it is what's called strict liability under the Massachusetts dog bite statute. That means automatic responsibility for the owner or the keeper of the dog. The keeper could be the dog walker, the keeper could be the dog sitter, the owner. Those people are automatically responsible, and so are their insurance companies. The only questions that are asked in a dog bite case are, were you in fact injured by the dog, and what is the scope and extent of your damages, your injuries, your harm, your scarring, etc. Those are the best personal injury cases to pursue because it takes one of the major issues off the table, and that is who is responsible. We already know, the owner or the keeper of the dog. Did you know that in Massachusetts, the dog owner or keeper is automatically responsible when that dog bites you or injures you? Now you do. Some may ask if a place of public accommodation, let's call it a grocery store or some other retail store, allows pets, dogs, to come in with the owners, and many of them do. Many of them are dog-friendly establishments. What are my rights relative to bringing an action against the owner or keeper of the dog and potentially the store itself? I have news that's probably pretty good for you if you're the plaintiff, and that is you can pursue a claim against both. The same is true. You can also pursue a claim against landlords of people who rent apartments who own dogs, potentially for being negligent in the way they handle dog ownership of their renters. You can also pursue the store owner for being negligent in the way they allow certain types of animals in the store. It's really case dependent and it's really fact dependent, but there is an avenue to make a recovery, not just against the owner or keeper of the dog, but also against either the landlord or the store owner or the property owner. So in either case, that's a good thing. There's more ways to approach this. In the event the dog owner doesn't have insurance, the landlord or the store owner or the property owner may. You're probably asking yourself, what kind of compensation can I get if I get bit by a dog or attacked by a dog? And here's how it works, okay? Compensation, by that I mean money. Unfortunately, in some cases, and fortunately in some cases, the only remedy we have in the civil courts for personal injuries is money, okay? That's the only thing. We can't fix your scars. we can't, you can go to the doctor and they can patch you up and they can get you better, but the injury is never going to not have happened. It happened. It's going to leave a mark. Those things are not going to go away, but we can compensate you with money. And that's how our system works. So what kind of compensation can I get? You're going to have medical bills right away when you get bit by a dog. You should go to the doctor, the ER, you should get patched up. You might have to get a tetanus shot. You might have to get sterilized. You're going to get patched. You might have to get cosmetic surgery, depending on how bad it is. There's going to be medical bills, okay? That's going to be an out-of-pocket loss that you have immediately when someone's dog bites you or attacks you. You may miss work. Okay? If the attack is bad enough, you may be out of work for a while. I mean, extreme example, if someone attacks a model in the face and the model makes money by having photographs taken of his or her face, I mean, that's going to keep that model out of work, maybe forever. That's a traumatic injury to someone, depending on what you do for a living. If you get bit in the hand and you work with your hands, if you're a doctor who does surgery, if you're a carpenter who builds homes, and you get bit in the hands and your hand is disabled, you're out of work. Lost wages is another out-of-pocket cost that you are going to suffer as a result of that injury. If you want to learn more about the good, the bad, and the ugly of the personal injury industry, come back, subscribe to my channel, and learn more.